sports.
Let's go to the other side with UVA. This will be the 131st season of baseball at Virginia. Here are the Who's.
Zack Gelof, third base, batting leadoff.
Cameron Richardson, left fielder, batting second.
Tanner Morris, shortstop, batting third.
Cam Simmons, center field, batting fourth.
Brendan Rivoli, designated hitter, batting fifth.
Alex Tappan, right fielder, batting sixth.
Nate Eichhoff, first base, batting seventh.
Cameron Comer, catcher, batting eighth.
Nick Kent, second base, batting ninth.
Salt River Fields at Talking Stick, a spring training home to both the Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies, and also home to the first ever MLB4 Collegiate Baseball Tournament. And as we went to break, Vandy took the field and the reserves going into right field. And Jim, explain to the people what's happening here.
This is one of the things Vandy does. Their backups kind of keep themselves entertained between innings. We'll see more of this. I don't know if we'll get one every inning, but we'll see a lot of this during the game. They have some fun with it.
And Vanderbilt regarded by multiple services as the #1 team in the country, Dan O'Dowd, and starting the game for them, Drake Fellows.
Yeah, Mr. Consistency. This guy's got tremendous poise. Was their Friday night starter a year ago. Pitches deep into games. Really is all around the strike zone. Tremendous demeanor on the mound. And now you've given him a 2-run lead. So.
Yeah, it's not a situation Virginia wants to find itself in. You know, Drake Fellows, one of only 2 freshmen under Tim Corbin to be in the opening weekend rotation as a freshman. Tyler Beatty, who's a first-round pick out of high school, is the other, although on Sunday it looks like Kumar Rocker will be the third for Vanderbilt. But Fellows, you know, not an overpowering guy, but he'll sit around 90 miles an hour. He's got a hard slurve. He's got some feel for a changeup. He can do a little bit of everything. He'll mix his pitch as well.
His first pitch to Zack Gelof, the third baseman and leadoff batter for UVA, is a strike.
He's got good life on his fastball.
Gelof, just a freshman out of Delaware, was drafted by the Indians in round 38 last year.
Gatorade Player of the Year. They're very, very excited about this young man, and they should be.
1-1 as Fellows working quickly.
Another trademark of the Vandy pitchers. They work quickly, they throw strikes. And that plays right into why their defense has been so consistent every year.
Jim, has Vanderbilt produced any good pitchers?
A few, just a few.
Might have seen a guy named David Price in the World Series last year stands out.
That one roped into left field. Going to get all the way to the wall. Zack Gelof leading things off with a double for the Cavaliers. How about that for a response?
I was watching him take batting practice before the game. He had the loudest BP. I mean, you look at the body, it's a big league body already as a freshman. Very, very impressive. Quick bat, he runs well for his size. He's only a freshman. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 years from now we're looking at this guy in the first couple rounds of the draft.
Hanging breaking ball there. He threw cement mixer to him. Didn't execute a 2-strike pitch.
So a runner in scoring position for Cameron Richardson from Mechanicsville, Virginia. That one sawed into right field. That's plenty good to bring Gelof home. And Virginia cuts the Vanderbilt lead in half.
Jimmy has a really good piece of hitting right there. That was not a bad pitch. That was very, very well executed.
Yeah, he just placed it in a good spot, went the other way with it.
Yep, stayed inside. The ball was in on his hands. Stayed right inside of it.
Decent lead off first base here. The 0-2. Slapped into left field by J.J. Blade. Martin with speed has to hold up at second. So Vanderbilt trying for a little 2-out rally here in the second.
Hey guys, that's a big league at bat right there. 2-strike approach. You know, let the ball travel. Stayed inside himself. Look where this pitch was. Exact same pitch that he just took for a strike. He then stayed back, short little swing, rifles it the other way. So he hits a bullet into right field on a changeup. Takes a
or whoever. Maybe it'll be 7 or 8 years down there. Zack Gelof, the guy, he's my pick to click. He's just his first game in his career, but it's fun to watch these guys on their way to stardom at the big league level.
We'll go back to Zack Gelof, Jim Callis' pick to click.
How was your pick to click?
He was my.
Was that your pick to click after he got the hit, or was it before he got the hit?
I told you guys he was the most impressive guy in BP.
After he got the hit.
No, I told you before we even came on the air that he was crushing the ball back.
Dig up the footage. We got to go back to the tape here as Vandy has a little mound visit.
You know, the game of baseball, Steven, it's just so unpredictable. Like, when you looked at this game on paper tonight, you'd say, well, you know, Vanderbilt's got the advantage. They got a real experienced starter on the mound that should be able to control his emotions, and at least is going to throw strikes his first time out. And it's been totally the opposite.
There's Zach King, who's regarded as a super reliever for Vanderbilt, starting to get loose.
Really good arm right there, guys.
There aren't too many programs where Zach King would be in your bullpen. And we may see a couple of times. Nobody has better left-handed relievers in terms of quantity and quality than the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Agree completely. He's going to have to give him some length there. Someone's going to have to give him length.
First pitch swinging into right center field. A run comes home, and it's a one-run game.
Good call, Jimmy. This kid's got an exceptional approach to hit.
Well, we talked to Brian O'Connor yesterday. He was excited about it, and you could see why. I mean, it already looks like he's going to get stronger, but already you can see like the makings of a big league body there, and the fact that he's leading him off. I mean, you look at this guy and you think that'd be your number 3 or 4 hitter. Just good at bats and
really short swing.
So we're still loaded for Kamen Richardson, who brought home Gelof in the first inning with an RBI single.
Brian, Jim Callis here. I was watching you guys take BP today, and I came back raving about how hard Zack Gelof was hitting the ball. And you told us yesterday we were going to like watching him play. We're color us impressed. Was he doing that all fall? I mean, are you surprised he comes out 2 for 2 his first 2 college at-bats?
Jim, it doesn't surprise me. You know, you can tell the kids he's aggressive. His awareness on the field, he understands the game. It's really at an accelerated level that you don't see very often at this level of college baseball immediately for a freshman. So I'm excited. You know, he's a physical third baseman. Like I told you guys yesterday, he looks like they should look, so I'm excited he's off to a good start.
Hey, Brian, with 2 more games the next 2 days, I'm sure you'd like to get some innings, you know, out of one of your 15.
And he's on the headset down in the Commodore dugout right now as that one's lifted into center field on the first pitch off the base of the wall. So a leadoff double for UVA. Coach Corbin, with that we welcome you in unofficially, and I'd ask how the top of the 14th in 2018.
We didn't get to heap more praise on Zack Gelof because we were talking to Tim Corbin, but he crushed another double his last time out.
I knew you were going to get that in there.
I knew I had to.
Jim Callis' favorite player in the country right now.
He's going to be a first-round pick 3 years from now, he told us.
It wouldn't surprise you? I mean, we're not basing it on one game, but I mean, just watching him, the physicality.
Yeah, not at all. Great-looking kid.
Already leading off for Virginia baseball program, year 131 for the Hoos. Here's the 3-1, the 2-2 count to the 9-hole batter, Nick Kent. Fastball, strike 3. But that gives us an opportunity to see Zack Gelof with the bases loaded here, Jim Callis. You couldn't be more excited right now.
I don't know if you guys know, but I like this kid. I think he's a pretty good looking player.
We did not know that.
Gelof is having himself a night. Tree for tree.
Good take there, too.
Really good take. It was a good breaking ball. He's seeing the ball. I mean, after 3 hits, you're real comfortable in the box. Another kid's got really good rhythm, nice balance at the plate. Got some quick twitch in him.
Gelof takes strike 1 and was drafted by the Indians in the 38th round last summer. And he's 3 hits. 1 was to left, 1 was to center, another was to right. It's good for the spray chart. Now the 1-1. This is inside.
If he were to get a hold of one here, it could make this kind of a game again. Well, I mean, he's hit 2 doubles.
Yeah.
I mean, what if he hits another double?
You won't. You won't, Zack Gelof.
Even a double makes the game a lot more interesting here. It'd be 13-8.
Facing another freshman chance, Huff. Huff draws things even.
Huff not only has plus velo, Jim, he's got a really quick arm with some deception in that delivery. So the ball's like jumping on the hitters at the last minute.
No, I agree. I mean, the breaking ball's tight. He just hasn't landed it for strikes.
Right. Good time to throw it right here.
The 2-2 with the bases loaded, misses away, or excuse me, low.
Power against power here.
So you look at that frame, he can get stronger. He's only a freshman.
Oh, you got this one pegged right.
Orvoli, tapping, Comer.
Squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
I have to get left.
Paying things off. Gelof shoots one down the line in right field. The kid can hit, Jim Callis. One run scores. So does a second. A third, rounding third. 13-8. Virginia has life.
Great piece of hitting, Jim. I mean, that's really good right there.
2 of his 4 hits have been the opposite field.
How about that? Your first collegiate game, you break out with a 4-hit night.
On national TV now.
3 doubles and a single.
A double, now he's a double to each field.
That was a breaking ball. He stayed right on.
Okay. Came in.
Fun to watch. A lot of offense here tonight, so it's I'm glad we're on the top side of it.
Jared, Jim Callis here. We've always we're talking a little bit tonight about how the Vanderbilt program is not just a great program, but it seems like it's almost like a...
Ed Norton's child, Director of Strength and Conditioning for UVA, the baseball program here, starting off the season. He ain't wrong, fellas. A lot of ball game left.
They got Zack Gelof. I mean, anything's possible.
Continue to send us. Okay, so that was Austin Martin.
Yeah, that's a big out right there. You know, Virginia adds another run, but they had a chance to have a big inning right there.
Well, this isn't exactly the '88 World Series, but look who's coming up. Jim Callis.
Zack Gelof.
Top of the order.
He has no place left to hit a double. He's hit one to all fields. So I guess he's got to hit a home run now.
Oh, the center fielder's head. Can he do that?
He did that already.
He did that
in the 4th inning, I think it was. I've lost track here. There's so many doubles on my scorecard, so many hits and runs. It's hard to make out. Pretty nice first game of your college career. 4 for 4, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs against the #1 team in the country.
What a he was trying to hit 4 doubles on that one swing.
It's a 4-run game right now, so this game is now turned.
At one point, it was an 8-run lead for Vanderbilt. Back and forth early. It was 2-0 Vandy after the top half of the first. Virginia tied it 2-2 and 4-2, 4-4. Gelof. And that ain't easy to do, as we've seen tonight. Get that young man out. But Vandy and Evan Sperling.
I mean, the player, Vanderbilt's living up to their #1 ranking, with what they should tonight. But, the player who I think is the premier player in college baseball going the year is Adley Rutschman at Oregon State. He was MVP at the College World Series last year. I don't remember exactly what he hit, but it seemed like, he looked like what we've seen Zack Gelof done tonight. That was like Adley Rutschman every game of the College World Series. It seemed like he had 3 or 4 hits, a bunch of doubles. He's a switch hitting catcher. He's a good defender.
Richardson and J.J. Blade, along with Zack Gelof. And he hit that well, too. Shoot.
You guys going to look at me askance if I hope that Nick Kent gets on so we can watch Zack Gelof swing one more time?
Not at all, because then we get to. No, I'm in. I'm in with the Jim.
Come on, we've been here for 4 hours already. We can have 2 more at bats.
Yes, we can. And certainly that's the focus for Nick Kent right now. Young freshman would like to give way to his fellow freshman at the top of the order in Gelof. 0 for 3 tonight.
He's been non-aggressive at the plate. And from Virginia side, the Gelof kid looks like an outstanding young player, somebody they can really start to build a program around. And they're going to continue to get better, and they competed all night long.
Yeah, they didn't get, even when we were down, what was it, 13-4 after 3.5. They closed it back up. They got within 4 at one point. You know, this team's going to get better. We knew they were young. I think, what was it, 6 freshmen and sophomores in the lineup tonight. You know, it's going to take them a little bit of time. I mean, these guys, not that you know what's going to happen in any individual game, but I don't think Virginia is necessarily going to blow people away at the start of the season.
Heck of a night for the Vandy boys.